Okay, if you live in Pickering or anywhere near Highway 407 and Brock Road, what I'm about to tell you is going to completely change your commute, your property value, and honestly, the entire future of North Pickering. And if you're thinking about buying or selling in this area, you need to hear this right now. There's a massive development proposal that just got submitted to Pickering Council. And I'm talking offices, hotels, mixed-use buildings, residential towers, and get this, even potentially a hospital. But before I dive into all the details, make sure you hit that follow, like, and subscribe button to stay up to date with more videos like these. This is all about helping you lean on local, getting the real information you need about what's happening right here in Durham Region before anyone else is talking about it. All right, let's break down what's actually happening, where it's happening, and what it could mean for you. Okay, so first things first, where exactly are we talking about? This development is centered around the Highway 407 and Brock Road interchange in North Pickering. If you know the area, you know this is basically where Seaton is being built out. The land in question is pretty massive. We're talking about the area that's bounded by the hamlet of Brome and Highway 7 to the north. Then it stretches east to the Seaton neighborhood and the Greenbelt boundary, south to Thompson's Corners area, and west to the Seaton Natural Heritage System. Now, the company behind this is called Seaton TFPM Inc., and they're working with a consultant called Macaulay Shamoy Howson. What they've done is submit a proposal to amend the land use designations for these properties. And honestly, the scope of what they're proposing is pretty wild. To give you some perspective, we're talking about hundreds of acres here. This isn't just one building or neighborhood. This is a completely transformative development that would create an entirely new district within Pickering. Think of it as building a downtown core from scratch, but in North Pickering, where right now it's still mostly fields and construction. So let me walk you through what they want to build here. We're looking at office buildings, hotels, which makes total sense given the highway access, mixed-use buildings, so that's like retail on the bottom, maybe residential or offices on top, high-density residential development, like light manufacturing facilities, institutional uses, things like schools or government buildings, and here's the kicker, other public facilities, which could include a hospital. They're also including permissions for low and medium density residential, plus commercial areas. So basically, they're trying to create a whole mini city within this area. And when you think about it, kind of makes sense. Seaton is already this massive planned community that's supposed to house around 70,000 people when it's fully built out. And they're projecting up to 35,000 jobs in the area. So this development would really support that vision. Now, let's talk about what mixed use actually means in practice, because I think sometimes that term gets thrown around and people don't really know what it looks like. Imagine walking down a street where the ground floor has coffee shops, restaurants, maybe a grocery store, a gym, and some retail. Then above that, you've got some office space on the second and third floors. And then above that, residential units. People literally living, working, and shopping all in the same complex. That's the vision here. It creates vibrancy. It reduces the need to drive everywhere, and it makes the areas feel more alive. Now, you might be wondering, why now? Why are they pushing for these changes? Well, it actually has a lot to do with recent changes to provincial policies. Ontario has made some significant updates to things like the provincial policy statement, and specifically, they've changed the definition of what counts as employment areas. The existing official plan designations for this land don't really align with these new provincial rules anymore. So Seaton TFPM is basically saying, hey, we need to update our plans to match what the province is now allowing and encouraging. And honestly, from a planning perspective, it makes sense. The province has been pushing for more mixed-use development, more density near transit corridors, and better use of land near highways like the 407. Speaking of which, can we talk about the 407 for a second? Because this is huge. If you haven't heard, the eastern portion of the Highway 407, the part that runs from Brock Road in Pickering all the way to Highway 35, 115 in Clarington, became toll-free back in June 2025. That was a huge deal because people were saving about $7,200 a year if they were daily commuters. And that change has already started to make Durham Region way more attractive to people who work in the GTA but want more affordable housing. So this development proposal is really capitalizing on that momentum. Let me paint the picture for you. Before the tolls were removed, people were avoiding the 407 East like the plague. Traffic was backing up on Highway 401, people were taking side roads, commutes were brutal. But now the 407 East is actually being used the way it was designed to be used, as a major transportation corridor. That means Durham Region is suddenly way more accessible. You can get from Pickering to Burlington in about 40 minutes without traffic. You can hop on the 412 or 418 and connect to other parts of Durham quickly. Think about it. You've got Highway 412 and 418 connecting up further east, and now you're proposing a major employment and residential hub right at one of the key interchanges. That's strategic. That's thinking about where people are going to want to live and work in the next 10, 20 years. This isn't just about building stuff. This is about positioning North Pickering as a legitimate destination for businesses and families. But let's talk about what this could actually mean for the community. On the positive side, this kind of development brings jobs, lots of them, between the construction phase and the long-term employment in offices, hotels, retail, manufacturing, and potentially healthcare if that hospital goes through. We're talking thousands of jobs. That's huge for the local economy. It also means more amenities for people who already live in Seaton and the surrounding areas. Right now, Seaton is still pretty new and developing. More commercial spaces means more places to shop, eat, get services without having to drive into Ajax or Whitby. More hotels means the area can actually host events, conferences, maybe even become a bit of a destination. And if they do build a hospital, that's game-changing. Right now, the closest hospitals are Lakeridge Health Ajax and Pickering and Rouge Valley in Scarborough. Having a hospital closer to North Pickering and the Seaton community would be a massive benefit for residents. Think about it. Right now, if you live in North Pickering and you have a medical emergency, you're looking at a 15 to 20-minute drive minimum to get to a hospital. That's not ideal. A hospital in this area would serve not just Seaton, but also communities like Whitby, Brooklyn, parts of Uxbridge. We're talking about a massive catchment area that's growing rapidly and doesn't have enough healthcare infrastructure to support it. So yeah, if that hospital happens, then that alone would be worth paying attention to this development. Beyond that, think about the everyday conveniences, more restaurants, more entertainment options, more services. Right now, if you live in Seaton, you're kind of isolated. You have to drive to get to most things. This development would change that. It would create a hub where people can actually walk or bike to grab dinner, meet friends, run errands. That changes quality of life. Now, of course, with any big development, there are things to think about. Traffic is always a concern, right? This area is already seeing a ton of growth with Seaton being built out. Adding this much commercial and residential density means more cars on the road, more strain on infrastructure. The good news is that the highway access is there. 407, Highway 7 is getting widened, and there are plans for more interchanges at Whites Road and Peter Matthews Drive. But it's definitely something the city is going to have to plan for carefully. And let's be real, Durham Region has not always been great at keeping infrastructure ahead of development. We've seen it happen in places like Whitby and Oshawa, where neighborhoods get built out fast, but the roads, the schools, the services lag behind. So the city needs to make sure that doesn't happen here. They need to have the roads ready, the transit options in place, and the services online before or as this development happens, not 5 years later. There's also the question of how this fits into the broader version for Seaton. Seaton was designed to be this sustainable green community with over half the land preserved as open space. It was supposed to be different from typical suburban sprawl. So it's important that this development doesn't compromise that. From what I've read, it looks like they're trying to be thoughtful about compatibility with adjacent land uses, but community input is going to be key here. And here's the thing, once you build something like this, you can't really go back. So the decisions that get made now about what gets built, how dense it is, what kind of design standards are required, what green space is preserved, those decisions are going to shape North Pickering for generations. That's why it's so important for residents to pay attention and get involved. And speaking of community input, this is still just a proposal. Pickering Council is going to have to review it. There will be public consultations and residents will have a chance to weigh in. If you live in the area, if you care about how Pickering develops, this is the kind of thing you want to stay informed about and maybe even get involved with. The approval process for something like this is big and is going to take time. We're talking months, maybe even a year or more for reviews, studies, public meetings, council debates. So this isn't happening tomorrow, but the fact that the proposal has been submitted means the wheels are in motion. And it's better to know about it now and have your say than to wake up one day and wonder how it all happened. So bottom line, this is a massive development proposal that could really transform North Pickering. We're talking about creating a major employment and residential hub right at Highway 407 and Brock Road, with everything from hotels and offices to homes and potentially a hospital. It's ambitious, it's strategic, and it could bring a lot of benefits to the area in terms of jobs, amenities, and economic growth. But it's also going to require careful planning to make sure the infrastructure can handle it, that it fits with sustainable vision for Seaton, and that the community is on board. This is one of those developments that's going to shape the future of Pickering for decades to come. I think it's really exciting to see this kind of forward-thinking development, especially with the 407 East now being toll-free and Durham Region becoming more and more attractive to families and businesses. It feels like North Pickering is really on the verge of something big. This could be the development that puts this area on the map as a legitimate place where people want to work, live, and spend time, not just a bedroom community where everyone commutes out every day. And honestly, Durham Region needs this kind of development. For too long, we've been seen as just the suburbs of Toronto, but we have the potential to be so much more than that. We have the space, we have the infrastructure starting to come together with the highways, and we have communities like Seaton that are being planned with a real vision. This development could be the piece that ties it all together. If you want to stay updated on this, I'd recommend checking out the City of Pickering's website. They have a section on current development proposals where you can see the details and find out about public meetings. And obviously, I'll keep you posted as I hear more about this. This is exactly the kind of local news that matters, and I'll be following it closely. What do you think? Are you excited about this development? Do you have any concerns? Drop a comment below and let me know. I'm Marlene Boyle, helping you lean on local.